So we're back for another Spotlight product of the week. I'm going to try and keep it quick and simple because it is hotter than hot, especially in this warehouse, and I've got to wear this red t-shirt which is really thick. So it's the Spotlight, let's take it away. Now, with it being so hot, I thought it'd be a great chance to go over heat management, something that we made a joke about last week. As you can see, I've got a couple of items on the desk which we will go through and explain what these are. The most obvious one that you've probably seen on the desk is exhaust wrap. Now, this is a titanium exhaust wrap. Titanium is the better one to have. It can absorb more heat. With exhaust wraps and turbo blankets and stuff like that, these are designed to absorb heat, to keep heat in one area as such. So you wrap this around your exhaust and the heat that comes off your exhaust doesn't expel as much. Expel's a long word for me because I'm from Wigan. Again, we have PTP and some tubing. Now, this will stop heat getting in because the reflective material on the outside. So they're your two biggest difference. One stops heat getting out, one stops heat getting in. So you would use this for stuff like coolant lines or electricals if they're very close to something hot. That's that one. If it'll stay on the desk, which it probably won't. We also have things like reflective matting. This is a very thin matting, but it is exceedingly large. Again, you would use this for stuff like bulkheads, tunnels, bonnet, X, Y, and Z. We also have another variation which is nice and thick, and this has got a lot of padding on it as well. This can absorb more heat before it gets to the inside. So as your heat is hitting that reflective base and being bounced off, the padding behind it isn't letting it soak all the way through. Just an extra step to that heat protection or heat management, as we like to call it. Another thing we have is heat tape, shiny reflective tape. Now, stuff like this is very easy to use because it's adhesive on the back and it is literally a tape. So you could quite literally just stick it on. And again, same job. As the heat hits the reflective surface, it's bounced away, so it keeps temperatures cool. This stuff is great for intake pipes or charger pipes, cooler pipes if you would. It's also great for just finishing off some edges when you're putting the matting down, just because of the self-adhesiveness on the back. We've actually got a nice aluminium bend, which is going to be going on the car. That's right, we're going to be doing a video on installing some parts very soon, which I am epically excited for because it's my car. But we're going to take some of this tape, we're going to peel it back. This is going to be the most painful part of the video because trying to do this and make it look cool is not an easy task. So we've peeled back the adhesive and we are going to find a nice smooth edge. Nice smooth edge, I'm going to whack that right there. Boom. What we want to do is we want to get it on a bit of an angle, so we f that up. So when we're putting this on, we're going to start it on a little bit of an angle. I don't know if you can see that, but as we start it on an angle, we want it to be nice, or at least I want it to be nice and smooth. Depends how anal you are about these things as well. I know I want it to be nice and crisp. And as you can see, we're getting a bit of a wrap. I'm going to fast forward this so that we can see it in action. I am literally dripping with moisture because it is so damn hot. So I'll do this in the cooler section and I'll come back. So I'm back. I should have probably chosen a straight to do because a 90-degree bend was somewhat difficult for myself. I am not a mechanic, but I do know a little trick or two. As I was saying, when you start these off, you want to start off on a little bit of an angle. It depends on the width of your tape. especially on the straight sections. You get a better wrap, you get a better use out of your tape. On the bends, I had to do it in sections. That's why I've got a couple of creases. It's never going to be the prettiest thing because I'm doing it. You may be wondering why I've left a gap up at the top. That is because my silicone hoses are going to go onto this, but that is my air intake. Now, the reason I have done this is because my car suffers massively with heat soak. That engine bay gets so goddamn hot that my intake temperatures are sky high. So what I'm trying to do is, by using some tape and adjusting the airflow, which we will get into in the next video, I'm trying to reduce my intake temperatures, and this will do so. So all the heat that's coming from the engine and soaking into the old plastics is going to be hitting this reflective film and bouncing away, hopefully not causing this to heat up too much and thus giving me lower intake temperatures. That's what it's all about. That's what heat management's about. It's about reducing or managing those temperatures with whatever means necessary. Exhausts are one of the biggest ones. Same with turbos. They let off a lot of heat on the exhaust side. That's why we use turbo blankets. And then we move on to these, which we've spoke about, which is protecting things. Coolant pipes, electrical pipes if they're somewhere very hot so that they don't melt. We've had few customers do that, and the simplest solution is stuff like this. There's not much more to say. Heat management. Keep yourself cool. Keep your car cool. I'm going to go and take a cold bath because I am literally dripping. And we'll catch you all next week when we're going to be installing some parts on cars, and I'm very excited for it. See you later. Why not press this button and subscribe to our channel? And if you like, you can watch this video next, or even that one. And like I always say, that's probably the better one to watch. It's got my face in it. If you don't like my face, don't watch it, or just close your eyes. See you soon.